000143.
I've been suffering from depression for about 45 years. I've probably been on 5 to 6 different antidepressants. And even when they did work, there was that underlying feeling of depression. And it would never go away. Just call one of the treatment centers and just talk to the psychiatrist or doctor, and you'll be on your way. I'm Christy. I'm a wife and a mother and a real estate broker, and I no longer suffer from depression.
HPR centers in Chicagoland and Milwaukee offer TMS therapy. In just a few weeks, you can change your life, and it's FDA cleared. It's covered by most insurance, including Blue Cross, Blue Shield, and Medicare. You can make real progress in the battle with depression, cure or remission. Get a free consultation. 800-604-0208. 800-604-0208. HPR Centers. Go to endmydepression.com. End your depression.
Welcome back to Get Down to Business, the show all about small business, jobs, and entrepreneurship. I'm thrilled to be joined by Drew Johnson, a senior fellow of the Taxpayers Protection Alliance. Drew, you have said that the energy industry is paying it forward by paying for the Land and Water Conservation Fund, the LWCF grant program. You've done a lot of research on the subject, and I'm thrilled to have you on the program. Drew, welcome to Get Down to Business.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
Cool. So tell us a little bit about the LWCF, that Land and Water Conservation Fund, and what it's doing on the state and local government level.
Yeah, absolutely. So I've actually done quite a bit of research about sort of green alarmism and things like that, and sort of to see if all the terrible things environmentalists say about energy companies and fossil fuels and things like that are true. And one of the things I found is that pollution is going down dramatically over the recent years, and we can talk more about that. But make America greener, and one of the things is this fund. When an oil company or a natural gas company, a fossil fuel company, leases land to do energy exploration, they actually end up paying into a fund that is then redistributed throughout state and local governments that are used for things like state parks and greenways and bike lanes and things like that. So not only is energy getting more efficient and cleaner and greener, but also in a very literal sense, there are more trees today and there are more hiking paths and things like that, actually because of the bad guys, the fossil fuel company. Fascinating.
So I know that the press release from the U.S. Department of the Interior says that Secretary Zinke announced that over $61 million is going to states to support parks and outdoor recreation. What that means, and I know you've done the research, that I believe that the amount is over $2 million for the state of Illinois alone. So how long has this been sort of under consideration, and is this a new thing under this administration? Tell us a little bit more about some of your findings and a bit of the highlights from this announcement.
Yeah, so the fund itself isn't new. The way it's being distributed is new. Previously, so much of the exploration was being done in the Gulf of Mexico, and so the states around the Gulf were getting much more of the money. You know, Alabama and Florida, Mississippi, and Texas, Louisiana. And recently that money was changed, the sort of structure that was used for the funding, so that more states got more money and it was sort of spread out more. And that sort of replicates or reflects the administration's focus on opening up more public land to responsible energy production and that sort of thing. So, yeah, it's getting, certainly, you know, Wisconsin, Illinois, you guys up there are getting more money than you have previously, and like I said, that money is going to end up going to state and local governments.
Well, Drew, let me touch on that. Let me touch on that for a moment in terms of the decision making process on the state or the local level, which, in my opinion, is certainly a good thing to be able to sort of allocate which projects are a priority. Does this decision allow that level of discretion to determine that a certain project, a certain park, a certain public area should be able to be funded, or does that decision making rest on the within the Department of the Interior?
No, it's actually basically goes to the state legislature and the state parks department. And the
well, that scares me here in Illinois, but go ahead.
Right. I was going to say in Illinois, that's not always such a great thing. But, yeah, it's basically some of the money is matching, some of it's straight up. But, it's ultimately, state lawmakers who sort of decide and state agency heads and things like that exactly where the money goes. But, you'll see over the next few years more and more money going into projects, environmentally focused projects, and that money basically is coming from the last place you'd expect it.
That's fantastic. So, Drew, for our listeners that want to learn more about the Taxpayers Protection Alliance, some of your other research on other important topics, this is a fascinating one that has a very real impact for Illinois and for all of our listeners. So it's exciting news. It's a great announcement. But how can people learn more about the organization and the rest of your work?
Yeah, check us out at protectingtaxpayers.org. We're focused on making sure that you pay less in tax dollars, that the tax dollars that you do pay are spent more effectively and efficiently. And we focus a lot not only on federal things, but on state issues as well. So Illinois certainly had our attention over the last few years, and hopefully we'll help you guys get that straight a little bit up there.
Fantastic. Drew Johnson, once again, from the Taxpayers Protection Alliance. Great news, great research for the state of Illinois and beyond. Thank you so much for joining us on Get Down to Business. We're going to take a very quick break, and we'll be back on the program all about small business, jobs, and entrepreneurship in just a moment. Thank you so much.
Risk mitigation is an important consideration that smart companies pay attention to in today's complicated business climate. Some of the greatest risks occur when your company hires new employees or when you execute new business financial relationships. When your company hires, leases, or conducts financial transactions, decisions are critical. That's why veteran-owned and operated Global Verification Network is a company you should know. Startups to Fortune 100s trust Global Verification Network, and so should you.